Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hello, and welcome, everyone. How are you doing today? It's so good to see you. I need to do just a couple of little clicks here. And all right, I think we are good to go. Yes. Okay, great. Well, I am Terry Hartley, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator at Rustic Barn Cards. And today I am bringing you week 3 of my Christmas series, Making Multiple Cards. I know that a lot of us make multiple cards during the holiday season. So I hope this card today, along with week 1 and week 2, will give you some ideas. I'm using the same stamp set for all 3 weeks. I have been using Peaceful Evergreens, and I'm going to use that again today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome to those of you returning. Please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button. I'm actually here live today, which I usually come live on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. But I had some family things, so the last couple of weeks I was here. It was just recorded, but I am here live today. Okay, I do have an ordering special this week. And when you place an order with me of at least $35, I will send you a card kit to make 6 cards, 2 of each of my designs for week 1, week 2, and week 3. So you'll get the card kit to make 2 of each of those cards for of my 3-week Christmas series. Now, if your order is over $50, I will also send you with your free kit a free package of embellishments. And all the details are in the description. Okay, I'm looking at my notes. I don't want to miss anything because there's a lot going on. Um, if you would like to place an order with me to get this card kit free, then you may order now through the end of Saturday, October 26th, to be able to receive this card kit free. And I'm once again offering the 12 Weeks of Christmas projects to my email subscribers. But it's not too late for you to sign up for my free newsletter if you haven't already. There's information in the description. This is week 5. I will be sending the newsletter out later on today, but it doesn't really matter when you sign up because each week when I send that week's project out, I always include the previous weeks. So in case you have missed that, you can get those. And I have teamed up with 2 other demonstrators to bring you the 12 weeks of Christmas in my newsletter. And that's with Sarah Bullen from Handmade After Dark, who lives in Australia, and Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, who lives in Canada. So again, there's information in the description. Stampin' Up has their kits on sale this month, all for the entire month of October. You can save up to 30% on kits. I love kits. They're quick and easy. You can also make alternative cards. You don't have to follow the directions, but I like them because everything is inclusive and they are great to be able to send. To take with you when you travel, I'm trying to say, or give as a gift. And I just paused there because I don't know, I have like a little error message, but we're just going to go on and we're going to hope for the best, right? Okay. Um, One more thing before we turn the camera down and start stamping. The best deal in the catalog is always the starter kit. And this month it's even an extra deal because there's a incentive this month for October. If you would like to become a member of my team, the Rustic Barn Stampers, then you can get the starter kit. You can choose $155 of product for your starter kit from any of our online or catalogs products, and you pay $99 plus you get free shipping And so this is $30 more of free product than you normally get in our starter kit. And then all your orders afterwards, you can save 20, you start saving 20%, and you're all set. If you signed up in October, you're all set through March of 2025. You can receive this discount on all of your upcoming orders after your starter kit, and then you can decide whether you would like to stay active or not. You can reach out to me with any questions that you have. I would be glad to answer them. Okay, let me turn the camera down and let's start week 3. And let me show you. We're going to be making a bookbinding card today, and it's quick and easy. And I'll share with you my other cards from week 1 and week 2. Let's get a little light on. So we're using the Peaceful Evergreens. And we're using this stamp set here. I am going to just really quick stop for just a second, since I do have that error message, and I'm going to look on, make sure, I'm going to look on Facebook just to make sure that I am there and that everything is okay. Here we go. On Facebook, just, and everything is good. Okay. All right. Apologize for that, but I wanted to make sure. Okay, so we're using the Peaceful Evergreens, and we have used that for the weeks 1 and weeks 2. I'll be using the dies today, and I'm using the Greetings of the Season, and I'm going to be using Merry Christmas today. Or actually, I'm going to be using this Merry and this Christmas. But you do have in print, and then you also have in a cursive font also. All right. I'll be using this beautiful paper. This is called the Season of Elegance. Hi, Sheila. I'm glad. Thank you for letting me know that you can see and hear me. So I'm using this beautiful paper here in the Season of Elegance. And what I love about this paper is on one side you have these gold flecks, and then on the other side it's just the plain color. So you have two options for a paper. And there's pretty peacock, real red, mossy meadow, very vanilla. So it's really, really pretty. So we're going to use that today. Let me show you the cards from the previous weeks. This is week's 1 card, Happy Holidays. And this is week 2, last week's card, Season Greetings. Excuse me. And then today we are going to make a bookbinding card. And let me go ahead and show that to you ahead of time. So this is a bookbinding card. We call it that because it kind of has like a bookbinding on the side. But our card is going to twist and turn so you can set it up and display. So again, it's going to be a quick card that you can make multiples of. So let me lay this aside and then let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you're going to place an order with me this week through Saturday, then you will get 2, you'll be able to make 2 of these cards, and everything will come in a little package like this. Let's go ahead and take out everything that we need. You will have 2 pieces of basic white that are 4x4. You'll have paper to do your stamping on, which we're going to do today. You'll have 2 designer series paper that's going to be the same size, and then you'll have 1 that is a little different size, and looks like I have some extra, but this would be for our sentiment. And then we're going to decide whether we want to use this star or not. So we're going to start with our card base, and it's mossy meadow. It is 4¼ by 11. Now, when you receive this in your card kit, it will already be scored for you. but I wanted to show you today how to score it. So I'm going to bring in, good afternoon, Vay. Good to see you. So I'm going to bring in my mossy metal cardstock, which again is 4¼ by 11. And I'm going to turn it on the long side and I'm going to score it twice. I'm going to score it at 4¼ And I do like to go back and forth just to make sure I have a good score line, good crease. And then I'm going to slide it and I'm going to score it at 5½, which of course is right in the middle. Those are the only two score lines that you need. Oh, well, actually, that's not true. We're going to do one more score line, but this is the only two score lines you need right now. How's that sound? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold this and grab my bone folder. So I will crease that. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold on the other score line. So I have this side here, and then I have the side where you can see hopefully you can see the crease. So we're going to do one more score. So you're going to do the scoring on the side that has, that you can see the book right here. You can see both the scores. So you can see the score line, I'm trying to say. So what we're going to do is that we're going to score from up here to down here. So let me bring our primer back. So we're going to open it up like this, and I'm going to be scoring on the shorter side, I guess you can say. And the score line to here is shorter than this longer piece here. And I'm going to put the tip of this right here in my score, in my, line it up in the tray. And then I'm going to line up this corner here of this score line, the first score line. So I'm going to line it up there, line it up here. And check to make sure that you can see that. I think you can. I always like to double check that it hasn't moved. Then I'm going to get this cutting blade out of the way, right? And then we are going to score it like this. So you have a score line right like that. And that is all the scoring, I promise you, that we're doing. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and just give this a crease. And then I'm going to add adhesive right here between those first two score lines that I made. And then you just close it up. And just get a good contact there. Okay. And we are going to lay this aside and we're going to do some stamping. So let's go ahead and bring in our scrap. And we're going to be using 2 inks today. We're going to use Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to start with our Mossy Meadow. And we're going to stamp this image here from Peaceful Evergreens. Straight down, straight up. And then I am bringing the trees that we have in a row. And I just didn't feel like that was on there right. So I like to line it up with my grid paper and then just take my block and go straight down and straight up. Okay, we'll tap our Mossy Meadow. There we go. Shouldn't need my mossy metal anymore. So we're going to close that up. And we're going to do some die cutting. So I am going to use our two dies that will die cut these images out. And I'm going to bring in our cut and emboss machine. I know the small one's a little bit easier to see on camera, but I think I like both of them, but this is already out, so I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to put our die right over our stamped image. And I always like to use a little washi tape or Post-it tape just to make sure that it is going to stay right where I want the dies to do. And then I'll just run it through. Plates out of the way. And then just kind of punch those out. Well, all right, now we have that done. Let's go ahead and do our stamping for our sentiment. So we're going to bring in our cherry cobbler. And we're going to ink up Mary. And flick that off. And Merry Christmas is from the Greetings of Season stamp set because the Peaceful Evergreens doesn't have any sentiments in it. All right, I think that'll work. Now, as I mentioned, you have two basic whites and they're both the same. They're actually 4x4. And we are going to, one's for the inside layer and one is for the outside. And we're going to do some embossing. So I'm bringing my Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And then I would just lay this right in here. And then I would run it through the cut and emboss machine. And by TV magic, we have that already done. So here we have it already finished. So let me go ahead and we're going to do some decorating on this. So I am going to bring in our designer series paper and we're going to add, actually notice, let's see, I want the side that has the gold. So you can look at these and I think this has a little bit more gold on it. So I'm going to put this one right here. And we could also, of course, turn it over. So I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive. I like to add the adhesive first before I add this layer to my card in case I have the designer series paper. If it's too long, I can then go ahead and cut it off, trim it off. I want to try to make sure that down here is even. And I'll just do it the best I can. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to add this right here on our card. So we're just going to overlap it a little bit like that. And then I am going to do some more decoration, but now I'm going to bring in my card base. And I'm going to take this other designer series paper and we're going to add it on the book binder. So we're going to add this in this strip right here. And now I'm going to add a little more decoration, but we're going to go ahead and add this to our card. And so here is the trick for this. We do not want to put adhesive all over this. We only want to add adhesive on this bottom triangle. So we just want to put adhesive on the bottom triangle here. So I'm just going to run my adhesive right below that score line. I don't want to get too close to the edge because I don't want my glue to squish out. And then you can just add a little glue in the middle, just like that. And then we are going to, you also have to remember that you're going to have a little bit of a trim here, which I kind of forgot down here, didn't I? But we can just take that off with our finger. I'm going to add this. And now we're going to finish the front. We're going to bring in this tree and we're going to pop that up right here. So I'm going to add dimensionals. And I think I'll just put 3. I will be using the same embellishments that I used on all the other cards I made for this series. It's week 1 and week 2. So I'm going to place that right here. And then I'm going to pop up Merry and Christmas. Then we're going to finish the inside. And I think 2 for Christmas. We'll take off the backings. And we'll put that about right here. Take off the backings of the Christmas. In your Peaceful Evergreens, you have a die for a star, and I went ahead and cut a star out for the gold foil. Now on my sample, I didn't add it to our tree. I added an embellishment, but let me know if you think we should add that. Should we add that star? Yes for the star or no for the star on top of the tree, like that. So you can let me know while I finish up this card. I'm going to bring in some ribbon. This is cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. And we are going to wrap this around the back of our card. Now you wouldn't have to do this. You will get this ribbon in. You'll get enough ribbon to make for both of your cards to make a bow if you would like to. This is kind of an extra, but I think it kind of adds something to our card. So I'm just wrapping that around. Let me show you. So it's wrapped around the back. And then I'm going to kind of pull that up, kind of towards the top. I'm going to put my finger right there, which has a little adhesive on it. And then go ahead and make a bow. I'm going to do that one more time because I actually want the card to be facing me when I make the bow. So I have my strings of my bow going the right way. So I'm trying to say, there we go. And you can decide how big or how little that you want your bow to be. You can pull that, and then when you get it like you want, if you pull this, then that tightens it. Let me grab some scissors. And we can make it even a little bit smaller if we want to. Okay, yes, I hear yes. Oh, thanks, Faye. That looks good both ways. Faye, you say yes. And okay, so now we will, we're going to, we need to open this up so it opens up just like a regular card. And we have this other basic white that we're going to go ahead and add inside. And then we need something to for it to open. And this is what we're going to use. We're going to pop this up so that way we can turn our card and it will stay open. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add dimensionals. Just had a few and that other one left, so I went ahead and grabbed another one. So this is what's going to keep our card so you can display it, or the person that receives it can display it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open it, and I can kind of decide, where I want to put this. So I'm going to put it right down here at the bottom of my card, so it will stay just like this. So you can display it like this, and then you can also close it, and the person getting it, you can write your name, who's sending it. Now let's go ahead and add our little star. This will bring in, could add it with a glue dot, or we could use, I'm going to bring in a mini dimensional, and we'll pop this up on our tree top. Just like that. Then we are going to bring in our gold textured adhesive back dots, and that's what we have used for all the other cards. And you have a small, medium, and large. I've been using the small, but let me use the medium for this one, just for something different. Oh, do you ever do that? It's like, where do I want to put that third one? All right, let's move this out of the way. So here's the card that we made today, and it opens up like this. Here is our sample card. I just added an embellishment instead of the gold star, but now you can see the difference between those. So this is card 3 of my quick and easy cards to make multiples of. This is week 3. Last week, we had week 2. And then week 1, we had the happy holidays, all using the peaceful evergreens. And again, my ordering special this week, when you place at least a $35 order with me through Saturday, I will send you the kit free to make 6 cards, to make 2 each of these 3 designs. Thank you, Vay. I'm glad that you like the card. Thank you for being here and watching. I'm glad you like the card. Bookbinding card is quick and easy, and I really like how you can add something in the bookbinding card to make it stand up, and you can display it. I appreciate you being here. Again, in the description, you'll find my ordering special, and I'm glad you liked all the cards. And if you missed week one or week two, after this recording, I will go back and I will add those at the end of this video, so you can go back and watch week one and week two. And again, place an order through Saturday, October the 26th, and I will send you the card kit free to make 2 of each of these 3 designs. I would appreciate if you would share this video and subscribe. It really helps me, and I appreciate that very much. I will be back next Tuesday. That would be October the 29th at 1 p.m. for my craft along. And for those of you that purchased the craft along kit, they were shipped out yesterday. So you'll get those in time to craft along with me next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Even if you did not get the kit, everyone is welcome to watch and participate by watching. All right. Thank you for being here. Have a great week. I'll see you soon, and bye for now.